video, I'll go over how to host using Drawbridge. The first thing you're going to want to do after you clock in and pick up your iPad is find your name in the Sign In dropdown and log in for your shift. Every upcoming game for the next hour and a half will appear in the Up Next column. You'll see three symbols here. The first one is the $sign. If this is green, it means the group has paid. If it's red, it means that they still have a pending balance on their account. The check mark is telling you whether or not the group has been checked in Rezova. If it's red, it means they have not been checked in, and if it's green, it means they have. And this clipboard here tells you if they have filled out their waivers or not. This icon will only be green if every participant has filled out a waiver. Right here, you'll be able to see how much time is remaining until a game, their scheduled time. So if it's red, it means that they are behind on time. So for example, this code was meant to go back 5 minutes ago. It'll be green until it reaches 10 minutes till their game time. After 10 minutes, it will turn yellow, and when they're late, it will turn red. You'll see the group's name and the number of participants right here, and the time of their booking. When you're getting ready to take a group back, click the Claim button to move the game to active. Here you'll be able to see how much time is left in the game and what the current state of the game is. You'll take your group into the room, and as you host, you'll want to click on the name of the game to pull up this dialog. Here's everything that you need in order to host a group in. This button right here that looks like a bell will send the chime sound into the room. This airplane will send the first hint along with that chime sound. This will allow you to send a message to a game master. You can type your message here, or you can record a voice message, which will be transcribed as well. This will pull up the events. This will pull up the devices. You can see how much time is left in a game right here, the current state of the game, and you can start the game from here as well. This I button allows you to pull up the observation page, which will show you the cameras of the room, as well as the time remaining and the ahead-behind timer. So once it's time to start the game, after I finish giving my briefing, I'll press this button right here. When I click that button, it'll pull up the team summary. And I'll have asked these questions to the group prior to putting them in the room, so I'll know if it's their first escape room or not, if it's their first time at Escapology, and I'll know how many people are in the room. My name, since I'm signed in, will automatically go right in here in this box. I can tell the game master how much help I think the group will need, and if it's a birthday, if we need to pay some special attention to the group to ensure that they do escape. I can give another voice note here that will also be transcribed, or I can type out a note here. Once I send that, it'll be available for the game master to view at any point during the game, so they can keep referring back to that information in order to best help the group. Now you can see that since the game has started, it says that they're in prologue. This means that their videos are playing. I can go ahead and skip this prologue. And now you can see that the game is running, so their time is ticking down. Once a group escapes, they'll move over to this Needs Debrief column. You'll see that this is red, which means that the group failed. If it's green, like this Arizona shootout here, that means that the group was successful in escaping. There are some other colors that you'll see sometimes as well. Purple means that there's a message from the game master. Blue means that the group is about to escape. Now that it's time to debrief the group, I can go ahead and click this camera button. This will take me to the Rezova page for that group, so that I can go ahead and take their picture from this page right here. Once I'm done taking the picture and I've uploaded it, you'll see that that game has disappeared from the Needs Debrief. If there are a lot of games piling up here in the active column, we can go here, and this will help us filter out different games. So if I had a game in and I selected Kinsey, it would only have my games appearing here in the active column. You can see here up at the top, this speaker is muted. If I have this unmuted, I'll be able to hear all the different notifications for a game throughout their time here. We should only have this muted while we're actively briefing a group in. Keeping it unmuted means that we won't miss anything, be it our game master trying to send us a message, or maybe our group needing a little extra help. Once a group escapes and I go to take their picture, I also want to have them fill out a survey. I can find the surveys if I click on the sidebar menu. It's the first option here that says surveys. And you'll see that that code group is right here. It tells me how long it took them, the name of the group. It will also tell them who their game host and game master were. I'll give this iPad to the group to have them fill out a survey for me. Just let me know what they thought of their game. Once they answer all these questions and submit, that information will go into the reports so that we can know how well our games are doing. You'll also see that it tells you how long it took the group to escape, so you can use this number in order to fill out that Rezova end survey as well. If you notice that there are too many surveys piling up here, if you long press, then they will turn red, and when you release, they'll be deleted. Now it's time to reset the room. When you start resetting the room, if you want to time your reset, you can click the hint button in the room. You can press the button again to pause, and then press again later to resume. When you click the hint button when you finish resetting, it will log the total amount of time that it took you, and then after that you'll press this reset button here, and it will show in the notifications up here that you reset the room. And if you do time yourself, it will tell you how long you took. You can say that you've seen the notification by pressing this I here, and you can get rid of it by pressing the check mark. You can delete all notifications by pressing this check mark right here. You'll want to make sure that you are signed in when you press that reset button, because it will take the name that is logged in as the person who reset the room. Now that the code is no longer in, I can find them over here in the idle column. So if there's ever an error, you can still find the room here even if they don't appear in the up next. If you just have a game blocked instead of fully booked, they'll still show up in the idle column here, and you can still host them in from this page.